paper like this vertically. And then now you're going to lay in your horizon line, where the earth and the sky meet. Your horizon line. So I'm going to give you all to the count of 10. Grab a pencil and look at your horizon line. This is going to be your middle ground, boys and girls. Your middle ground of your picture. We're laying in that horizon line, also known as your middle ground. Wonderful. Give me a thumbs up, boys and girls. Don't tell me. Show me, give your thumbs up. You weren't listening because I said it needed to be vertical like that. Just erase it. You have an eraser. My orange table is not ready. Red table is not ready. Show it to me. Purple table is ready. Thank you, purple table. Thank you, blue table. Thank you, red table. Thank you, green table. All right. So your thumbs down, pencils down, eyes on me. Thumbs down, pencils down, eyes on me. Now, boys and girls, what we're going to do is we are going to choose our setting. What is a setting? Yes, what's a setting? Yeah.
And you're at school. What is the whole thing?
The setting. So the setting is the place. You're exactly right. So in that book, it was that it took place in a school. That's the setting. The setting is a school. Exactly. But in this case, our setting is going to be a different kind of climate. Our setting is going to be a different kind of climate. And we've already talked about different kinds of landscapes, didn't we?
Yeah.
We talked about mountains. We didn't mention hills, but hills is another one. Kind of like mountains, but they're a little bit smaller. We talked about the ocean. We talked about the desert. And we talked about the Arctic. So now what you're going to do, folks, excuse me, eyes on me, on that horizon line, you are going to choose one of those settings. On that horizon line, you're going to put either mountains, don't do it yet, hills, beach, which I just had waves, desert, or the Arctic, which I have waves and huge icebergs. But let me show you first. Don't start. So on your horizon line, and I'm going to do the Arctic. And folks, when you draw, don't do it small. You're going to do large pictures. You're going to draw very large. And don't worry about your pencil lines because they're going to get covered up. Do you hear me? Those pencil lines are going to be covered up. So don't get lost in the details, okay? Draw large. So I'm going to do an Arctic Ocean. So what I'm doing is I'm just making waves. I'm making waves for an Arctic. And then I have an iceberg in the background kind of floating on by. And it's really, really cold in the Arctic. So on your horizon line, you are going to pick one of these settings. Mountains, hills, beach, desert, Arctic. So now you may begin. Pick up your pencil and on your horizon line, on that middle ground, you are going to draw. It's still on. It's up there. Pick one of those. It's up there, sweetie. Just use your eyes. If you want to draw something, maybe another setting that I don't have up there, you may do that. Absolutely.
I don't want to draw waves.
What do you do?
Can you draw?
Waves go like this.
I know.
I can tell that's waves. Remember what I said, boys and girls. Draw large. Draw large. Absolutely. Draw what you would like to do. When you're done, give me a thumbs up. Can I draw? Absolutely. I said to draw large. Is that large? Draw large, boys and girls, and when you're done, give me a thumbs up. your thumbs in the air when you're finished so I know which friends are done. And so we're just drawing the setting. We're not drawing trees yet. We're not drawing anything else but our setting on the horizon line. I see a lot of good listeners, and I'm very, very happy with my friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your pencils down. Put your pencils down. Put your pencils down. Eyes on me. Good job, boys and girls. Put your pencils down. Quick. There we go. Now, boys and girls, what we're going to do, now I'm going to quiz you. Not crazy, don't worry. So, I have mountains, hills, beach, desert, Arctic. But I need to put some things on my foreground, which is in the front of my picture. So I have on my horizon line my settings, whether it's mountains, hills, Arctic, beach, whichever. But now we need to figure out what to put in our foreground, which is at the front of our picture, and I'm going to show you in a second. So I have a cactus right here. Raise your hand and tell me where my cactus would belong, which climate it would belong to. Yes. In the what? What climate would it belong to? Which climate? In the desert. Good job. I have an iceberg. Raise your hand and tell me what setting an iceberg would belong to. Yes, sir. The Arctic. That's right. And that would be in the front floating by. Now I have a palm tree. What climate would my palm tree belong to? Yes, ma'am. You. The beach. The ocean. That's right.
That's why I got it.
Now I have a pine tree. Which climate would I normally find a pine tree? Yes, ma'am. Maybe in the hills. I could also find it in the mountains. You're right. You're absolutely right. Usually I find a lot of those evergreens, like pine, usually where it's colder, so high up, really, really high up, like maybe in the mountains and the hills. You're right. Now I have that. What about this one, my oak tree? Where would that belong? Yes. In the hills. That's right. Great job, boys and girls. So now, knowing what, excuse me, now we're going to put something in our foreground. Pencil should be down. Pencil should be down. We're going to pick something to put in our foreground, which is at the front of our paper. So I have the Arctic setting right now. So I want to draw one of those items, and I'm going to draw that floating iceberg. And icebergs are huge ice cubes floating by in the ocean. So it's just floating on by. Now you may pick up your pencils and draw in the foreground only one item. I should not see multiples, and they should be large. They see the not video. I can tell you what's on my video. My video. How do you draw waves? Have your pencil go. Or like this. Just like waves crashing. Have them point. Have them point like that. That'll look really cool. No, you're drawing with pencils, sweetie. That's what we're doing. No, I'm not trying. Put something in your foreground. Here, come out of your mouth and put something in the foreground. Maybe we have to draw even harder. I need to see something in your front of your paper, in your foreground. Those of you that are having a hard time with the waves, excuse me, if you're having a hard time with the waves, eyes on me. Eyes on me. I'm not going to go on That's like a wave. It's like crashing down. So when you draw it, curling. Yes! That's a really good idea. It's kind of like a half C. If I was to cut it in half, that's exactly what it's like. Alright, I'm going to give you all the count of 10 to put that one item in your foreground. Put your pencil down, boys and girls. Put your pencils down. Folks, don't worry about your pencil lines because you are not going to see them. Alright, so pencils down, eyes on me. Pencils down, eyes on me. Now, our last step is the sky. We need to decide if it's night or day. So you're going to put either a moon or some stars. Moon or the stars, you're only going to put one item in your sky, and that's it. It could be sunny, it could be snowing, but it's only going to be one item. It's going to be at nighttime. What did I say? Alright. Or it could be a rainbow. Stay in your seat. Stay in your seat. Oh, put it up. Alright, folks. So what I'm going to, eyes on me, or yellow table. I'm not moving on, folks, and then you're not going to be able to play with the glue. This class is too large. This class is too large to be trying to talk to you guys like that, yelling over you. I said pencils down. Thank you. Now we're going to decide what we're going to put in our sky. I'm going to have this be, this is going to be nighttime. So I put the moon high in my sky. Blue table. And what you're going to do is you're going to create lines that go around that one object that you're having in the sky. So I should see lines all throughout your landscape. So all the lines need to go throughout your landscape. So now you may begin. Pick up your pencils and decide if it's night or day. Exactly. The lines need to go off the page. See my son right up there? They need to go off the page.